Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Always, and welcome back to Terraria, the melee only challenge. Yeah, we are back at this. Last time we were trying to get a sword from a couple different sources, and today, well, I've summoned in the Martians. I found a probe. I was doing some fishing in the sky, and I found a Martian probe. We were able to get the Martians to spawn. And that is the first thing we're going to do today. So what I am after with this is the let's go ahead and buff. So what I'm after with this is the I'm confused. Okay. The Influx Waver, which drops from the Martian Saucer. And hopefully we can get a couple of those. The saucers, that is, to spawn. I'm going to, this is really, really loud. I'm going to turn the sound down a bit so I can think a little bit and get vaporized. So yeah, welcome back to Terraria, the melee only challenge. I've been doing some prep work between episodes, just trying to prepare a couple of different things. And I have the wrong armor on. That is what is going on. That is why I died so easily. That time was because I was a little bit distracted, but I was fishing, as I had said, trying to get some crates. Just one of the items that we are going to need, one of the swords. Best way to get it for us is probably going to be from golden crates, or what are they, titanium, I think, in hard mode. I'm not entirely sure, but basically, we need to fight the Martian Saucer. That is the big enemy. And yeah, we're doing a lot better this time. Still could be better, but decent enough. Let's get in our UFO. Let's make sure we heal. Probably should use potions, but here is the first Martian Saucer. And yeah, we need to delete this thing as quickly as possible and get that. So cool. We got what we needed. I got what I was after. And once the Martians are cleaned up, which we're about halfway done, we'll move on to the other thing I want to do, because today is a day for getting swords. We're gonna try to get close so that all we have to do is fight the Moon Lord, and then we'll be able to get the Zenith. It'll take a couple of fights, probably, but shouldn't be too bad. So we just need to kill another Martian Saucer, and who knows what he's going to drop. But it'd be good if I can aim. Another Zenith staff, which is a summoner item. Not a bad item. Not one we care about. We are not a summoner, so let's get rid of the map right now so I can see a little bit more of the screen. With this, we shouldn't have to fight the Martians ever again. I don't think there's anything really that they drop that I care about. So we should be good to just, well, do the rest of the events that we need to do. Which is mostly, honestly, just fighting the Moon Lord. That's pretty much where we're at in the series, which is good. That is a good thing. There is another saucer. That is also good. Yeah, that beam didn't used to go through walls. It does now. So let's try to get him, the saucer, away from my town. There we go. Alright, let's destroy the top two turrets. If you destroy the top two turrets, it cannot no longer... There goes the saucer. It can no longer shoot the missiles. And that's arguably... Did I clear... or did I just get too far away? Too far away. Alright, let's try to finish these Martians up. And... Rain Scramblers should be almost there. Shouldn't take too much longer. Let's just try to grab our monies. We've lost a lot of money in this, but it's okay. So, the plan for today is, apart from doing the Martians and getting exactly what we got, which is Influx Waver, we're going to be fighting the Pumpkin Moon again, and trying to get the item from that, which is the Horseman's Blade. And the Martians are done. So let's just clean them up. And should be good. Okay. So any more coins or anything I need to pick up? There's some copper lying around, but nothing major. Some more banners that I haven't picked up. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead. I'll come grab the banners in a moment. Let's go ahead and dump things. Let's see. We need to keep that and that. Anything else? No. So, yeah. Welcome back to Terraria. That was a little bit more chaotic than I expected. Xeno staff is summoned, doesn't matter. So I went farming in the dungeon for a little bit. I managed to get a Kraken, which is a yo-yo, something we could use if we wanted to. As well as, what else did we get? We got a Bone Feather, which is for making wings, and a Keybrand, which is a Keyblade. It's actually a pretty decent weapon, but at this point, the Terra Blade is better. And I also got a Nazir, which is kind of cool. But nothing major. We can deposit everything in there. And I've just been kind of throwing things wherever. To be perfectly honest, I don't care about organization anymore. But I did get a bunch of ectoplasm. That is enough for 2 fights of the Pumpkin Moon, which is what we're going to do tonight. But before we can, we need to get some more hollow bars. And you know what? Let's actually come over here and talk to the goblin. And let's see if we can't get a good, massive legendary. So it is still not as strong as our superior Terra Blade, but the Influx Waver is kind of neat. It shoots out projectiles. And if I can find some enemies to use this on, you'll see just what they do. Because I believe, if I can remember correctly, because it's been a while since I've used this sword, it is a really good sword. Don't get me wrong, the Terra Blade is a little bit stronger, but it's also a little bit more annoying to get a hold of. But, you know, that's not going to work. We need some crimson enemies. Things that aren't going to die in one hit. So yeah, the plan is... excuse me. The plan is this. So it does multiple hits. It actually doesn't say that. That's kind of odd. But yeah, the Influx Waver is actually pretty good. But yeah, the plan is today... That is a Mimic, isn't it? And another Philosopher's Stone. I can never get what I want from the Mimics. I also found a Crimson Mimic while I was getting some Souls of Night. And it did not have what I wanted either. But yeah, so the Influx Waver is a really good sword. I think we'll go ahead and use that for the first Pumpkin Moon, which we do have to wait till night. So we have some time. So yeah, let's kind of talk about what it is we're going to be doing. So we need to fight, before we can fight the Pumpkin Moon, we need to make a couple of things. And that is mechanical worms. We're going to make 2 of them, just in case we need to. And then I can deposit everything else. And we're going to summon the mechanical worm in at night and murderate him so that we can craft a Pumpkin Moon. We need hollow bars. I don't actually have any at this point. We do have some crates that we can open. And I also got the golden fishing rod from the fisherman, which is really nice. In the off chance that we don't find, there is one sword that we could find on the map. But at this point, I've explored enough that it's really unlikely that we'll find it. There's very specific circumstances in which it spawns. There should be one. They are called Enchanted Sword Shrines because it is the enchanted sword. And that is what we need, but don't have yet. Still, we could also get it from titanium crates, aka golden crates. So I might have to do a lot of fishing. So let's just open these things. Let's open an Azure. I got this from the sky. So it has a Star Fury, which is kind of cool. Bramble is jungle. Flower boots, nothing major. Then let's open the Mithril. We got a Falcon Blade and some ore. Nothing major there. And nothing really important. Okay. So I guess let's go ahead and let's throw this stuff in here. And I will bring you guys back in once it is nighttime. So I'll be right back once we're ready to fight the destroyer. Alright, so it's almost night. It's just a little bit before, I think it's like 6-ish. So we should be able to summon in the destroyer here in just a moment. There we go. We should be able to just summon in the destroyer. We have buffs. Let's go ahead and buff fully. And okay, so not quite. Apparently we can't quite summon in. Is it 7 o'clock? I thought it was 7 o'clock that the game is officially at night. Maybe it's a little bit later. But yeah, so we're gonna try to summon in the pumpkin moon. Oh, I left. Never mind, we have a blood moon. You know what? That's okay. I think we can handle both. Oh, all of my pumpkins got knocked off because of the Martians. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. Let's go ahead and collect all of those, and then we'll summon in the destroyer. I'm not too worried about the ooh, a bloody tear. That summons blood moons, in case we ever want one. Don't really have much desire for that, but let's go ahead and summon in the destroyer. The map is useful, but yeah, this is a really good weapon for the destroyer because of the way it works. Plus, with just having the whatchamacallit, the UFO key, we're doing a lot to this guy, and he's not really doing much to us. So this should not be any issue. And 22 hollow bars, that is enough for a couple of the pumpkin moons. So I am no longer going to worry about fighting like the destroyer on camera. We get anything else good from him? No. I don't think he drops anything else good. So let's go ahead and put things away. And we'll get, might as well get 2. Can we overwrite? This is the question. Ow, stop it. Can we overwrite the blood moon? I think we can. And I'm going to stay in our UFO so that we get access to the Charm of Myths. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get a pumpkin moon instead of a blood moon. And this should be pretty easy. The Influx Waver kind of chain lightnings, so it attacks different enemies with its blade. And so that is almost better for this than the Terra Blade. Even though it does a little bit less damage, its ability is a little bit stronger. So, yeah, we're just going to take out the first couple of waves of the Pumpkin Moon. What we are after is the Pumpkin and the Horseman blade that he drops. Now, as it gets farther in the actual event, so as we get past more waves, we'll have more opportunity to get the Horseman blade. The drop rate actually increases, which is really nice. But at the later waves, you'll be fighting like 4 or 5 pumpkins, which is a little bit more challenging. But so let's just murderate him, and there should be another... Oh, it's over here. Alright. So this is not going too badly right now. More tree guys. Let's heal. And pumpkin. Cool. So we have our first pumpkin available to us now. There is another tree over here that we need to defeat. And yeah, the ability of the Influx Waver is just so good. Especially for large groups. But we just need to get the pumpkins drop. And honestly, the Possessed Hatchet is probably the way to go with him. Just so we can kind of keep our distance a little bit more. And we didn't get it. We got the Candy Corn Rifle, which is a ranged attack. Unfortunate. But it's okay. Alright, can we heal? We can. Let's go ahead and heal. And then just wait for more pumpkins. So we're on wave 8. Not much to say about that. There's not really anything else that drops that we really care about. A lot of summon items come from the tree guy. But we mostly want to just fight Mr. Pumpkin. And hopefully... I have to remember I don't have fall damage reduction. Or prevention. So we'll have to just stay in the UFO a little bit more. But hopefully we can get the drop sooner rather than later. Okay, so back to the Influx Waver, and there is another pumpkin. Now, if we, I think the Possessed Hatchet is probably the way to go. Mostly just because it homes, and I can focus on just flying away from the swords, which is a little bit easier said than done. But yeah, so once we get the Horseman's Blade, all we need to do is, we'll finish the event, obviously, but all we'll need to do is fight the Moon Lord and hope that we can find an enchanted sword somewhere. That might actually be the hardest thing to find. But we'll see. I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Alright, so we just finish the pumpkin off with the Possessed Hatchet. It's doing decent damage. The pumpkin has, what, 22,000 HP? And we're taking him out pretty quickly. Another Candy Corn Rifle. That's unfortunate. And another pumpkin. Perfect. So, we just gotta keep fighting these guys. They'll drop the sword eventually, and as long as we're not dying and having issues with that kind of stuff, we should be fine. It should just be this event, to be honest, and we should be able to go from there. So, the question is how much time we're going to have left in the episode, and whether or not we want to... Nothing. Whether or not we want to potentially activate the celestial events. Because we will have to do that, especially at first. Because of... Well, it's the only way for us to summon in the Moon Lord right away. And we'll probably want to get, you know... We'll want to get our upgrades and all that kind of fun stuff. So wave 11. We need to get some more pumpkins. And it's nice that... There's a pumpkin. Cool. It's nice that we actually have the celestial shell, or whatever it's called now, because it does give us more... more power at night, and Pumpkin Moon only happens at night, so it's always going to give us more power. Alright, come on, drop the sword, please. Just do it. You know you want to. Come on. No, but we did get a chicken nugget, which is nice. I won't say no to a chicken nugget. Okay, so let's grab some health. Let's kill some of these guys. I'll wait for another pumpkin to show up. Like I said, as you get through the... Ooh, we are almost dead. As you get through the waves, you'll actually start getting more... You'll start getting more pumpkins and less everything else. But we really need to watch our health and hopefully kill this guy and get all the hearts. But I think it's almost morning. No sword. But we do have another pumpkin. Alright, so if we can kill him quickly enough, we should be good. At this point, we're on wave 12. We should have a decent drop rate for the sword. But it's morning. Dang it. So we'll have to do that again. There is so much stuff here. But honestly, we could do that another time. What is our possessed hatchet? It's demonic. Demonic's not bad, but I think... Isn't it legendary that's the best? I think that's what the best is. We do need to kind of... As much as it's kind of awful, I need to farm some accessories. I need to farm mimics. Mimics are the worst things in the world. Now, let's switch back to the Terrorblade just for pure output. Do we have any of... No, those are just the banners for the solar eclipse. But we got 2 candy corn rifles, which is useless. We got a spooky hook, which is kind of cool. I don't really care. We use a candy cane hook or a spooky one, but the spooky one does look cool. It is decently good as well, so we'll just go ahead and use that. Why not? And yeah, we got a chicken nugget, which is kind of cool. So at this point, I either have to wait for it to be night again and do that event all over, or I probably should just go farm enemies, and I think we're gonna stick with the Influx Waver for now. Just because defeating a lot of enemies is gonna be kind of the name of the game for a little bit. So we'll put the Terrorblade away, even though it is a little bit more powerful. It's not even like the best prefix with legendary. It only has superior, which is good, but not better than legendary. So we did get a platinum out of that, which is kind of nice. And let's put the hollowed bars away. And anything else I care about? No, not really. Let's just deposit all that stuff. Okay. So I guess what I need to do is I would really like to get both. So I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do. I am going to... Actually, before we do anything, let's grab some... Let's see, it would be platinum. And I've got to remember how to make a watch. It would be nice to make a watch. And we just need a chain. Okay, I should have a chain somewhere. There is a big question of where exactly it is, but it should be in like the miscellaneous. Yeah. So we're gonna make a watch. We need a table. And now we can see exactly what time it is and not have to worry about anything. So mob drops, go in here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to head off to the jungle. I'm going to go farm mimics. The jungle has increased spawns, and just kind of in general, more open areas means more chances for mimics. So I'm going to go search the jungle for mimics, and when we get back to night, we'll do another pumpkin moon, and hopefully get the Horseman's blade. Otherwise, we'll end the episode off there, and then I will do some farming of supplies, and we'll come back to the Horseman's Blade after we do the Celestial events. So, and take on the Moon Lord for the first time. So that'll be kind of the plan. So I will be back once it is night, and we can go from there. So, my adventures to the jungle were not terribly fruitful. Well, okay, they were fruitful, but I didn't get much else. I got 3 life fruits, which we still need more. We still need 10 more, so we can get at least a little bit more health to 465. That's a little bit better. Not that it makes too much difference, but it is 7:30 is nighttime, so we can go ahead and use the Pumpkin Moon Medallion, and hopefully this time we'll get a Horseman's Blade. So if we don't, we'll take a break, like I said, from this for a little bit, and move on to the Moon Lord type stuff. I really need to find some more accessories, some better accessories. So there is a couple things that I'm probably going to do off camera. One is farm the dungeon for the Bone Lees, who can drop some really good accessories that I can use to make the Master Tabby, I believe is what it is. Or no, the thing that the Bone Lee drops is the Master Tabby. You can use it to craft the ninja gear, and that is what we want, because that'll allow us to dodge attacks sometimes, which is really good. And yeah, that's probably one of the things we're gonna do. Is you know, it might be easier just to do that. Alright, cool. If we can get just better accessories, the Moon Lord and the Celestial event should be a lot easier to do, and you know, this will go a lot faster. We'll be able to farm this a little bit easier once we have solar armor and the solar weapons, which are loud and powerful. So there is things that we need to kind of work towards, and I think just giving this another chance, because the Horseman Blade is also really good. I think the Influx Waver is best against like big groups, but here is our first pumpkin. Let's just switch to our hatchet, and hopefully we'll be able to get the sword this night, but we'll see. So yeah, the only thing we really have left, there are 2 swords that the Moon Lord drops, Meowmere and the upgrade to the Star Fury, which I can't remember what it's called. And so we'll need to kill the Moon Lord quite a few times, but then eventually we'll be able to just, you know, we should be powerful enough that it won't be much of an issue. We won't have to do the Celestial events every time. It'll be great. And eventually we'll get the Zenith, and we'll end this run. Now, I do plan on doing all the other ones. So the Ranger class, the Mage class, the Summoner class. We're probably going to do the Summoner class last, because that's probably going to be the most difficult. That is Black Fairy Dust. That is wings, I do believe. I do like our bee wings, though, so I probably won't do anything. And honestly, the UFO is such a powerful tool. Oh my gosh. Please, stop pinballing me around. He is... Yeah, that wasn't good. Anyways, so I don't know which one we're going to do next. We'll probably, honestly, do a range. So bows and guns should be fun. Should be a little bit easier at times. Just because of the nature of ranged weaponry. Usually if you are far enough away from something where it can't hit you, you'll have a much easier time. But Mage is also very powerful. Mage is just very strong in general. So it's going to be a question of what can we get and what can we do. That's going to be fun. Summoner is usually the least fun, because you have the least control over everything. But we are going to be able to use whips and stuff like that. So, and I've actually never used any of the whips because, well, I haven't played all that much of this version of Terraria, and whips are relatively new. So it should be fun. Regardless, so I don't know which one we're going to do next, but I do plan on doing at least all 4 major classes. And if we want to do any specialized runs, like a yo-yo only, or, oh, I don't know, like, the guns only, that is possible to do. Despite it being somewhat difficult to get a gun early game, you can get one pretty quickly from just, destroying either hearts or, soul orbs. The orbs, I don't, actually, what are they called? I don't remember. The corruption orbs. So there is ways, but, we just need to keep going. We are at, almost 1 o'clock. We have about 3 hours in-game left of this event. Night ends at 4 a.m. That I do know. So we have a little bit more time, but, or is it 4:30? It might be 4:30. Please vanish. Alright, there is another pumpkin. You know, this might be a better way, using the sword. It's a little bit riskier, but it's a lot quicker. And nothing. So let's just continue attacking things. And yeah, this sword is actually a lot stronger because we do have quicker melee attack. Oh yeah, that is so much better. So hopefully, oh my gosh, I really hate the wyverns that keep spawning in. So yeah, we'll just take out the pumpkins. And I don't think the pumpkins have really dropped too much of anything yet, which is a shame. Let's grab a couple of hearts. And we really just need to wait for more pumpkins to spawn. It is 2 a.m. Oh, really? The morning woods, the trees, are surprisingly powerful. But, nope. Let's just... You know, I don't even know that I buff. Let's buff. And let's also heal. So, pumpkin, please drop your sword, or anything for that matter. We are on wave 12. We have about an hour in game. I think, I can't remember if it's 4 or if it's 4:30. Because I thought that night began at 7, but it's 7:30. Still nothing, but there is another pumpkin immediately. And yeah, the Influx Waver is a really good sword. We got a really good prefix on it as well, which is always nice. Alright, so we just attack these guys from distance. And there we go. Alright, another pumpkin. If we can hold off on taking damage for a few seconds, our beetle armor procs, and it makes us very immune to damage. Man, the pumpkins are really, really not liking dropping anything. So let's just try to finish this guy off before we get to space. And there's the Horseman blame. It's shameful, which is why I couldn't pronounce it right. But there is the Horseman's Blade. Awesome. So that means we don't have to do this event ever again if we don't want to. And what we can focus on is next time just doing the Celestial events, getting close to the Moon Lord, and well, end game of this run basically. And he's running away. I still got him though. It's day. So it is 4:30. That is day. And oh, this is Abigail's flower. That is probably the first summon item we'll ever get. You get it from gravestones. Just being in the world, it will grow eventually. And it is a relatively new item. Kind of cool. So let's grab these souls. And I'll fill that back in a moment. But anyways, next time we are going to do the celestial events. That is the plan. And then we'll go from there. So we have the Horseman's Blade. It's pretty cool. I think when you hit things, it summons in flying pumpkins. Summon Pumpkin's Head to attack your enemies. It is not very good considering it's got minus 11% damage, but I believe the Influx Waver is better. It's only got 95 damage, so unfortunately it's not that great, but it doesn't matter, we're just using it for the Zenith. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next time, celestial events and maybe the Moon Lord. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!